One of the big challenges for me is not to be authentic, because there is something that's happening when I'm talking to the camera that is different from if there was like a bunch of people talking, like standing, right? And I think in general, this is a big thing for me to unmask all kinds of patterns and all kinds of ways in my spiritual journey that are not attuned, that are not completely honest with what I am in the moment. And it's really challenging in general to do. But in front of the camera, there's this extra component. It's like my brain is trained, like a dog is trained to be like in a certain posture when I'm on camera, right? Like I have to be a certain way. And that's something that I so deeply want to break out from. Break out. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Another part is English. It's not my native language. I have an accent. And sometimes I do these funny sentences. Right? So many different reasons of why I'm not good enough to be doing this. I decided to change location. It's a very beautiful oak tree that I love. So I'd like us to hang in here. What I realize is that I want to be liked. I want people to listen. I want people to enjoy the meeting with me and with what I have to say. I want to inspire a sense of peace and calm and a lot of self-love. And that's actually my big why I decided that I want to be producing this content, is because I could see how important, I almost want to say how is most important, to find this acceptance and love toward myself. And when I say it, I don't mean that it's just something that I find and this is it. And it's like this one thing that either I didn't find it and I'm looking for it, or I found it and then I have it. It's definitely, seems to me, as love in general, something completely infinite. Something that there is always more. Always more. And I want my life to be about learning to have more love, until the day this body is no longer able to hold my soul. And the truth is, I have no idea if this content will be interesting enough, if what I have to say will be interesting enough, if I will be able to learn to do it in an interesting way, or it's a big unknown. So that's another part where it's hard for me, that it's challenging for me to move forward. The big unknown. I don't know what it will be. I wonder if you can hear the sound of chimes. I can. It's just so beautiful. The wind is gently moving the leaves and branches and needles of the pines. Yeah, it's definitely very scary for me. To produce all this content and to find out that no one cares. It's not interesting. I think, so if I'm traveling and trying to see like what soft point does it hit, it feels something here in this area. And actually you can see my process that I normally do with other people. I very much work with the body because this is where the truth is. It's in the body, and this is the portal to all the juicy stuff, to all the feeling of power and connection, and connections to something bigger than what I am, to life. So this is somewhere here, like that yucky, that like feeling. So I'm taking time to listen. Yeah, you know, it's like it's connected to worth, and it's connected to like the meaning to my existence. If what I have to give to the world, if what I have to share is not wanted, is not desired, then why am I here? So that then ties to a depressive and sad experience, to a very sad experience that is just like, if there is no need for me, then I shouldn't be here. And then, of course, there is so much sadness in my heart because I realize how many people have killed themselves who deeply fell into that experience. The reason I'm pointing out constantly that this is an experience, because at this point of my life, I know that whatever I feel, thank you. Yeah, I know I'm going to say something important. That whatever I feel is not me. And that's another big thing that I hope to be sharing once I get through my own personal healing, that we are so much bigger than what flows through us and goes through us. Our psyches, our personas, our egos. We are so much more than that. So I'm aware that this is an experience that I'm having. This is not what I am. It's not that there is really no meaning for my existence. It's just the experience that I'm having. And it's sad, human experience. And I can see how it can lead to desire to disappear. I can see how it can lead to the end of life. And in a self-healing process, you don't see, but I'm actually gently rubbing this place, because this is my way to give myself love and touch, to give this place, to give this place in me love and attention and energy. It's very easy when we tune into this intention, like we would caress someone that we love, how we would try to soothe an animal that we love or a person that we love. If we realize we can do it with ourselves in any given moment, it can be super powerful. So first the habit of observing what's going on with me, and then realization that I have a choice. I can feel the warmth, and just like, I don't know, like that hug. Oh, it feels really good. This place is getting a lot of warm hugs right now. Then the memory pops, or some even sadness that, you know, from being a child and being alone and crying and not receiving that. So that's something that is happening too. In the process, I already know a super important thing, not to get hung up in these memories. I anchor again and again and again into the physical experience. So I anchor again, like that comes. It's very interesting. I actually notice often the memory almost comes from below, above, and it almost leaves my system. That's kind of the experience that I have. And if I don't travel with it, sometimes there is a need. But if I keep anchoring then to the felt sense and to the desire deep inside, I can see, oh, it just wants to be loved, it wants to be soothed, it wants to be held. So this is what I'm doing. And it feels really so much better. I don't know if it will be visible even in this 10 minutes, the way I talk right now versus the way I've been talking when I just began this video. That there is so much more like just peace and calm and being settled. And we're already at 10 minutes. So it's time for me to finish until tomorrow. And this is also another important piece. This kind of processes, they take time. It's not something that can be all figured out and resolved in the moment. And because I know this, I'm honoring the time that it takes. And I'm also this way practicing to hold the boundary of the time that I allocated to this activity. And just stretching a little more, working out a little more the muscle of being okay with things being not complete, with things being in the process. So much love and compassion to you.